Welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Sherry, and we are here to talk about being knocked down but not out.
Okay,
It's not over until the ref gives the final count. The
okay,
ref being
right.
God.
All right.
There are so many things in life, the realization of those things can hit us and like a ton of bricks and just knock us down.
Right,
And then
look.
we're down there and like, what in the world?
Right, because look, if you said that, I'm reminded of the time I was coming down my stairs
Mhm.
and I felt like, what happened? And I laid there. I got to the bottom. I laid there, and in my mind, I'm going, "Am I okay? Did I break something? Look,
You're like, is I'm dead?
look right. Look, can I move my toes, my head? Wait, what happened? And after I thought about it, I got up, right? Because I'm like, okay, I'm okay now.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie, for a while I had to lay there and make
Right.
sure, because look, we're not as young as we used to be,
And so you
right?
had to make sure everything was
Yes,
everything.
everything is working, everything. Oh, okay, I'm okay.
Right. Look, you went down there like, I've fallen and
Right,
I can't get up.
yes,
Like,
yes.
somebody help me.
Right.
Right. So, sometimes it happens like that.
Yes.
Things happen and you're down and you're like, do I stay down? But you have to think about things and, discover like I'm here, but I'm not necessarily staying here because
Right.
it's a choice.
Right.
It's a choice that has to be made for you to get up. So once you're down, yeah, everybody every now and again they are down.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make a conscious decision. This is not where I belong.
Right.
And you have to decide I am going to get up.
Right.
Because I'm thinking about, like you were saying, you fell, and this was the boys were younger and we have to have family dinner together. And so we had some chairs that were not so sturdy. Yeah, they were a little questionable. And so we were sitting down and Tyrus, one of the boys, I said, "Ma, I'll sit there," but again, this is when they were younger, so I'm in mommy mode, thinking, I can brace myself better than they can, and I would have a quicker reaction. So we're sitting there, and I forgot what we were even eating, but
Must
honey,
have been good.
it was good.
It was
And
good.
honey, I messed around and then that good food rock, honey, and I heard the chair make a little creak,
Yeah,
and in my
now
mind,
she
I
went.
heard it like, next thing I know,
You were looking up at them.
she was on the floor looking up, and they were like in
Look,
mid chewing,
and they looking
and
down at
cubs were
you.
like up here looking down at me like, what happened? And I had to make up in my mind, I'm
Get
down
up.
here, but get up. And so I jumped up, and honey, once I did, juice and everything
Oh,
everywhere,
they
food
laughed
everywhere.
at you.
Oh, they had a good time laughing.
You better be
Yeah.
glad they didn't know about Snap.
They
Because
didn't,
you know
they
they've
didn't
been
know
on
about it,
Snap.
and I'm
Like,
glad, right? So you have to make a conscious decision when you're down. You have to make that decision. I'm not down. I might have been down here a while, but I'm getting up. You have to
Right.
make that decision to get up,
right.
because you have to think about it. How did I get down here?
Right.
And
Well, sometimes it really doesn't even matter how you got down there. What matters is that you're getting up.
Right.
Because in 2 Timothy 2:26, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, who are taken captive by him at his will. You gotta decide that you're going to recover yourself. Whatever the reason you were down doesn't matter. Whatever, you gotta recover. You gotta regroup. When you're down there, regroup, refocus that thing, because a lot of times it's here.
That's
when
right.
we're
It's
down. It's in
mental.
our minds that we have to stay down.
Mhm.
But you gotta get rid of that stinking thinking.
That's
right?
so true. That
and
is so
and
true.
because it says that we were taken captive by him at his will.
His will.
His will. Satan's will shouldn't be our will.
That's
right?
so true. And
So
it's not God's will.
And it's not God's
right.
will. So if it's Satan's will for you to be down, then you got to change it.
Right.
Because if your will is to not be down, get up. It's that simple. Because the word, is so many things in the word that we can use against Satan and his antics. Because that's all they are, right? So you got to know the word for yourself, know what tools you can use.
Exactly.
And use that as a stepping stone to get up, because Satan, he's busy on his job.
Oh, he's very good at his job.
And he does it very well. And he's not going to leave you alone.
Right,
Look,
that's so true.
He's not going to leave. For a while he may, but he's going to come back, because that's what his job is, to seek whom he can destroy, right?
Right, that's so true.
So use the word.
Mm-hmm.
Use what you, because one thing I found out is that when you're down,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times the things that you've been down, that you're down with, for things that you have already experienced.
Right. That's
Think
so
on
true.
it, right?
That's so
Think,
true.
how did you get out of it the last time, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so just don't stay down no matter what.
Right.
Don't stay down.
Right, and I'm reminded of, the boys wrestled for years,
Right.
and
Oh,
Raven
sports.
still does. Yeah, and you have
Sports.
to think about, in wrestling, regardless if you got taken down or
Right.
you
You
caused
fell
your
down,
own fall,
whatever.
whatever. If you're down there not moving, you're defenseless.
Mhm.
In your mind, you're defenseless. But in the ref's mind, he's gonna hit you with a stall.
And listen at your coach.
Right,
The coach
because
is telling you what to do to get out of it, right?
Right.
So even in situations in our life,
Mhm.
God has given us tools.
Mhm.
God will even speak to you and tell you how to get out of it, right?
Exactly,
So you just got to be a willing participant
Mhm.
and be coachable,
Right.
and you can get out of it.
Right, out of anything.
Right.
So as we always say, in the natural you might get taken down, but you
Right.
better in the spiritual rise
Rise up. Look,
Make
because
that
that's
trust and
all.
rise up.
It's all intertwined.
It's all intertwined,
Right.
and it all works the same.
Right.
So once you get up, go ahead and think about us and
Right.
like us.
Share us.
Leave us some comments
and hit that subscribe button.
Get on up.
Have a good night.